He had a dinner at my house. Let me also note that my husband found a dog online at 4 o'clock, went and picked up the dog, so now we have Wesley in our family, and we had 20 people for dinner at 6. But look at the joy from our interfaith conversation dinner the other night. Jerry always looks that way. People having fun. I just got these pictures a moment ago. I have a gift of the year. Don't look, people who I get gifts for. Those are lights in there. And I had to give those ladies those hats because, come on, how could you not? How could you not, right? It was meant to be. All right. See, wear the right color and you have a lot of joy. I don't mind showing you these pictures because you were all invited to this dinner. All right. I think that's it. But do you get it? We somehow think that having fun is scrolling for hours and hours. We somehow think that fun is something that, in fact, it isn't. So I want to encourage you on this day to be mindful that true fun and joy radiates from you. And what Catherine Price was able to figure out, was there are 3 elements to fun. And she studied this. She's a scientist. So she said you have to have a spirit of playfulness. And maybe some of us have lost that because we work so hard to keep attached to our calendar and what's coming next and to be responsible. So she said, be careful. Is your calendar driving you? Or is your spirit driving you? So she said, you have to create an environment in your life where you have a sense of playfulness. As a woman with a flower on her head, I have to say, I think it's really important that you do this. I think it's important that you take time to create and get yourselves into environments of playfulness. And if you'd like, I have a new dog at my house. There's lots of playfulness going on, so I encourage you. Then she also notes that when you do this, there's no obligation. You're not trying to make any money. You're not trying to figure out what's in it for you if you're being playful. Then you find you have a connection with people. Think about it. You have a connection with people. Whenever I do a Bible study or a book study or something, we usually do the study. But at some point in the study, you put the book away, you get some food, you get a little drink, and then you connect with one another. That's so very, very important. So we do the work, we have a little play, and then we connect with one another. And then you end up in this thing called flow. When was the last time that you were having so much fun that you didn't look at your watch to see what time it was? For me, it was Thursday night. Thursday night, our own Jameson played King Arthur, and it was amazing. And I just didn't want that play to end because every one of those kids was having a blast, and you could tell they worked hard and they were having fun, and I just didn't want it to end. That's flow. That's flow. When these 3 elements come together, playfulness, connectedness, and flow, then that's where the fun happens. So today I want to encourage you to please do not listen to the media about what is fun. CNN put out a little report on what to do to have fun for the holidays, and these are some of the things. Roast a turkey. Roast a turkey. Here's the best one. Gather some loved ones and watch a documentary on climate change. I'm not lying. Yeah. Oh, it gets better. Create an altar to loved ones who have passed. Woo! That's my impression of Leanne. And then here is the very best one. And I stole these all from Catherine Price. Adorn your table with gourds. Stop listening to the media on how to have fun. Please. And just look for a spirit of playfulness, a way to connect with other people, and the flow that happens when you can't believe how quickly time flies. Be mindful. We are called as people of faith to have fun. I close with a story that I will often share at weddings, and that is Jesus' very first miracle took place at a wedding, and he turned water into... Listen to this congregation. They know their Bible. As long as it involves alcohol, they know that passage. Right, he turned water into wine, and I have a theory around this. When the wine runs out, people tend to go home at a wedding, right? When the wine and the food run out, when they've served the cake, the dry cake, you often wait for the dry cake. We gotta go. We gotta go. And Jesus saw this happening at the wedding. I believe this to be true. And Jesus said, wait a minute. This is what life is all about. Celebrating love, celebrating one another, dancing to the music of Michael Reed. This is what life is all about. And so he made wine, not just any wine, the very best wine of the night, which confused people because everybody was drunk already. Why would you save the best wine for last? Because the best wine comes in community with one another. If you're not drinking good wine, then you don't have the right wine, right? Then you're not having the right experience. Do you get what I mean? Sometimes the best wine just hasn't been served yet. So in order for us to make our way to the best wine, we must have a spirit of playfulness, seek to be connected with one another, and end up in the flow. Will you pray with me? God of grace and love, to you we give thanks for an opportunity to be reminded that fun is energizing. It makes us present, unites us as human beings, makes us healthier. Help us, God. Help us to put down our phones and our calendars and all that seems so important to connect with the spirit of playfulness and to find the flow of love, to find our way into the zone that is love. Amen. Speaking of fun, time for the harvest basket. And my costume today is a little precursor to a stewardship flyer that will be coming to you in the next few days, which has some flowers in it. And we want to encourage you to think about how you can be part of this garden family with your time, your talents, and your treasures. We can only be the garden if we are living into that spirit of playfulness. And Lord knows we need a spirit of playfulness or fun. May our offerings and our harvests be received.
Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Well, don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise.
Done. I just dragged your name through the mud. He just lost all his gigs, he said. All right, friends. Well, don't get too excited because we have agreed to set up for the smoke-off. I'm not quite sure what that all entails, but if you're willing to participate, and something tells me they're still doing pumpkins, so Ted, rally the troops, that's right. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the garden. Thank you for sharing in the spirit of playfulness that Jesus calls us to. Go now in peace, and may the love of our God be yours today, tomorrow, and forevermore. Amen.